The first edition of the Argonautica of Apollonius of Rhodes. I'm Adam Douglas, Senior Specialist in Rare Books at Peter Harrington, and I'd like to show you this particular copy of the first edition of this major Greek epic. It's printed in Greek at the Second Florentine Greek press in 1496. If I turn to the back of the book, the date is given here in Greek, and then somebody has helpfully added in manuscript 1496 in Arabic numerals. And it's a wonderful piece of printing. It prints the text of the Argonautica in the center of the page in the 15th century manner, with the scholia or commentary of various scholars outside in the margins. So a wonderful piece of complex page design. Now, the remarkable thing about this copy is hidden away on the last leaf, the final blank, where we find this inscription, which is R. Pemba, Hunc librum dono dedit, Rogero Ascamo, testi magistro Fitzherbert et multis alias. That's a presentation inscription in Pemba's hand to Roger Ascam, who was the author of The Schoolmaster and sometime tutor of Princess Elizabeth, and also mentioning Hugh Fitzherbert, who was Ascam's tutor at Cambridge. Now this book dates it right back to the earliest Greek scholars in England. Roger Ascam went up to St John's, Cambridge in 1530, where Hugh Fitzherbert was his official tutor, but Robert Pemba, who was there already, is the person who's credited with teaching him Greek and bringing out his scholarship. He was also taught by John Cheek, who in 1540, so 10 years after Ascam had gone up, became the first Regius Professor of Greek there. So this is right in the first generation of Tudor Greek scholars in England. Now, after Pemba's death in 1560, he actually left all his Greek books to Ascam. So the fact that this is personally inscribed by him shows that this is an earlier gift before the bequest of all his books. It's a wonderful association for this book, bringing it into the Tudor world, and it's obviously sought after. It also has here the later signature of Charles Spencer, who is the third Earl of Sunderland, one of the great English book collectors. So this has been in from the original dedication and the original gift. It's then later been in a fine collection. There's just inserted loosely into the book is an engraving showing Pemba amongst the other significant figures in the Elizabethan court. Ascam, of course, a famous figure in Elizabethan pedagogy because of his book, The Schoolmaster, and the classical curriculum that he established with that book became the regular curriculum for all English schools for the next many centuries. So this copy has also been in later libraries here, and the copy has now been rebound actually in the last quarter of the 19th century by Francis Bedford, and he signed the binding down here at the foot of the front turn-in, which is F. Bedford, and he's one of the great binders, English binders of this date. And this is a classic piece of his work. It's a sort of stylized antique binding, which has kept the book in very good condition. We'll see through it, there's not very much marginal annotation. It's clean and fresh. By and large, there's one or two small notes in the margins. and these have been preserved, which shows that the book hasn't been cut down in the rebinding. It's a very pleasing copy of the book with a magnificent association, very important piece of Greek printing from the incunable era. For a full description of this book and other early printed books, please see the Peter Harrington website.